This fucking
Hello. Welcome to Japanese Daily on the Polyglot George channel, a sponsored channel from the Japanese from Zero channel. If you would like to ask a question about Japanese culture, about anything related to Japan, I know a bit about Japan. I grew up here in Japan. Been teaching it now for a long time. My wife has been my wife for about 30 years. I have 2 bilingual children. I've wrote a bunch of textbooks. I might be able to help you. Sometimes I won't be able to, but when I don't help you properly, someone in the comments or someone in a live stream will 100% be able to help you. Welcome, Big Perm, the first and possibly only person watching the stream. I will make sure I check to make sure I'm not talking to nobody. Let's see. We got one guy. It is literally you, Big Perm. You're the one because I moved over from Japanese from Zero. No one's actually coming. I probably should eventually like tell people. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh man, I had this set up perfect. Now it's broken. Hang on. I broke it. It sucks. I had a perfect setup. There we go. That's pretty good. It's good enough. All right. Well, anyway, hey, it's just you and me, Big Perm. Not a lot of motivation for me to like to do a stream, but one guy's good enough. Now there's 2, so we're doing good. I think it's a difficult transition to come over from the Japanese from Zero channel, you know, because that's the channel where everyone wants to learn Japanese. Today I was watching a Japanese TV show and I saw something that we don't teach, but I remember when I learned it in Korean and I was like, oh yeah, they have it in Japanese too. So it's aru wa aru means, oh no, they got it. No, I mean, it's going to exist like that. Like, is it going to even be there? No, aru no aru. Like, we know that it's there. Aru no wa aru would also be another way of saying it. Like, wait, but do you even eat sushi? Taberu no wa taberu. I mean, yeah, like I eat it. That's what that means. Like, eating it, as for eating it, I eat it. Taberu no wa taberu. No, I do eat it. At a minimum, that's what I do. What's up, Nanj? What's up, Trollectivus? Let's go, guys. It's one of those unfortunate Japanese bands that never made it. They, a big fan of Korn, it seems. I have no idea what they're singing. The name of this band is Creepy Crawl. I'm pretty sure they've been not a band for 15 years, probably. Maybe 10 minimum they have not been a band. All right. Well, anyway, this might be a rough start to this live stream, and I can't stay as long as yesterday because that was ridiculous. I still have to double what I've walked today. And so I'm going to, okay. All right, let's get some different music going here. That was just the intro music. Here we go. Let's see. Who do I go with today? Let's go with Adeline Paik. Nice, relaxing. Well, I've realized something. I mean, it's like I already knew it, but it's enhanced while I'm here in Japan, especially in this city. I am definitely an extrovert, and I have a hard time enjoying. Like, weird thing is, if I have the ability to be with people and I choose not to, then I really enjoy it. But if I have no option to be with people, and I'm by myself, I absolutely don't like it. Today, I literally just shot some videos for probably no one. I shot videos where I was shopping, thinking in my mind, oh, maybe those could be Adventures in Asia videos, but knowing in my true heart, no one's gonna edit them. I'm probably not gonna edit them. And even if I did, it wouldn't be anywhere near as good as what Mike had done on the Adventures in Asia channel. It just wouldn't be. Wouldn't be good. So it was mostly me filming so that I wasn't alone, because I'm such an extrovert. And I realized I never want to visit Japan alone again. Like, I don't think I want to go anywhere alone. And actually, I guess the only saving grace, for me is that I'll be leaving soon. And I'm meeting a friend tomorrow, and I'm probably meeting friends in Tokyo after that. So that'll be fun. But like when I go to when I go to Seoul, back to Korea, the only thing that makes me know I'm going to enjoy myself is I'll be taking a Korean class. And first I was debating, maybe I shouldn't take a Korean class this time. Maybe I'll just chill. But no, I need people. Nanj says, hey, George, I have a question. When will you play another game on stream? I love Detroit Become Human and Life is Strange. I don't know. I bought so many games, honestly, that I have a bunch I could do. I literally bought one just the other day. Another, notch in the amount of games that I bought that I don't play. And it was another Japanese game that I heard was good. Nanj says, my take on this is that sometimes making things just for the joy of creating them is good enough reason in on itself. I mean, yeah, that's what these streams are. These streams have no value, for the record. I think they're absolutely trash, worthless. You know how there's that show with Anime Man, whatever his name is, Joey or something like that, and another guy, and it's called Trash. I'm sad that name is taken, because that's what I would call my podcast, Trash. I might call mine Worthless, because it's in my heart, these particular streams are so worthless. But it could be I'm analyzing it from multiple angles at this point. It could be just because I'm hating being alone here in the country. Today I drove to these 2 electronic stores looking for new lights, which I already have lights. I was just trying to get maybe slightly brighter, but I couldn't find anything that was as light and powered by USB and as bright. So, that was 2 stores. And then I was like, oh, I should go eat. And then I went to Mossburger. I filmed that. I think that was probably pretty good. And it was damn good. And then I ate so much, I had a vanilla chocolate shake and corn soup and one of the spicy burgers. So I was pretty amped up sugar-wise. And the fries and the onion rings didn't help. And the iced tea was nice. And then I drove into a 7-Eleven thinking I'll probably need some stuff for later. And I fell asleep in my car for an hour in a prime spot at 7-Eleven. Yep. Then I came back here. I had all of my stuff dumped out on the bed. You can't, there's nothing there now, but this whole bed was just jumped up with things that I had pulled out of my suitcase, and I reorganized them. I put them in different containers, vowing that I'm not going to buy anything else while I'm here. I don't need anything. But that's the only way I'm getting my dopamine right now. You love trash. I don't have any trash to give you, man. I don't know what to do. So tomorrow I'm going to drive about 50 minutes to see my friend Yoshihiro. Yoshihiro was one of my interpreting clients from Varian Medical. I've seen him a few times now. He's come up for multiple trainings to Vegas. And then even after Varian got bought by Siemens Medical, when they stopped using interpreters, he would still, he'd still came and hang out. And I've hung out with him here in Japan, I think once at least. So we're gonna do that again. That should be fun. He's a real fun guy. Innocent. He's got a really pure vibe to him. I like him. And then, and apparently he has kids now. So that'll be fun to see his children. So I'm gonna literally go to his house tomorrow. And then he said in the evening, he's gonna eat sushi with his family. Now, I don't know if he meant with me as well. Let me see if there's anything after that. Oh no, he says, yeah, 夜は家族でお寿司でも食べに行きたいですね. Yeah, so I guess that's an invite. And I'll say in a fun way. Mochi kosu, which is my way of saying mochiron and of course together, because I have to say a joke. That is my life. I must say a joke. I'm constantly, it's a struggle, but I always have to find something funny to say. Big Perm says, I'm still recovering from this weekend. I found a new drink called Tokyo Tea. Something's been hitting me up. There's this new thing that I'm following on TikTok. This doctor that's really stressing the importance of being active in your, like from 45 and up. He says he works as a doctor, and it might be 2 channels, I'm not sure, but there's a doctor that he works with older people, and he's also, and it might be the same guy, or it might be like another guy that works at a hospice. And he was saying that older people there, one of their biggest regrets is not that they wish they would have spent more time with their family. That's not it. That's what you hear. And I've heard that too, and I've repeated that mantra. But apparently from what he's seen, it's the shock that they have that that how long they live in pain. It's how they went from having no problems to pain, and then they're living for 10, 20 years in a crappy situation. And what he was saying was like, make sure you exercise, eat better, make sure you keep yourself healthy. And so he's got a lot of videos that really push that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty happy that in the last year, I've really started exercising a lot, like walking, at least filling these up. Like I ran last night and it felt good. My heart rate when I run now, I can't get it above 170 like I used to. Like when I first ran maybe 6 months ago, after not running for a while, I was hacking up at the end. I was like, I was dying. I was so dead after. And my heart rate was like 172, 175, something like that. Now, yesterday, I'm running full force, like as fast as I can with the shoes that I have. And I'm like 160 something. I can't get it to 170 anymore, which is good. Like it means that my heart has, picked up. But I walk every day, like a ton now. And when I have a day where it's like the end of the night, like I'll probably end up running the night because it's already almost 9. And there's no way walking alone will probably get me 300 right away. So I'll probably run. I'll run for maybe, I don't run straight. Like I'll do a run and then I stop, and then like kind of like a HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. I'll do that, like full bore run, walk for a bit, full bore run, just randomly going somewhere. But yeah, I'm definitely I'm more healthy now than I was before, even though in Japan, I definitely have gone back a little bit because I'm eating like really crappy stuff. Like I'm not eating well here. I'm telling you, I ate bolognese and I still want to eat it. Japanese bolognese. I don't even know how you say it in English. I say it in Japanese too much now. I'm like, a bolognese. I almost can't say it without saying, a bolognese. But I eat that so much that I literally could eat it every day. It's so good. My favorite Japanese food is bolognese. Let me just say that. And Japanese margarita is so good. Anyway, so I've definitely taken a step back in terms of like, I'm filling this shirt out a little bit more. I'm not happy with that, but hey, it is what it is. I'll probably lose some weight in Korea, but I'm still running. But I remember a few years back when I was here, I couldn't carry my suitcases up the stairway. Now it's just like, whatever, I just got to carry them up. Like at the end, I'm still like, oh my God, but nothing hurts. My back doesn't hurt. When I know you don't know this, but like I did a 7-hour stream maybe 5-6 years ago. And that was after moving some heavy stuff the day before. And then my back went out. And for months I was tilted to one side. And I thought my life was over. I couldn't move a TV in my office. There's a guy that's here in Japan. He says he was one of the guys that helped me move it. I didn't remember that I had him help me, but I went to a Japanese meetup and I must have asked him, hey, do you mind helping me move this TV? And by helping me, I didn't mean me. I meant like you and someone else. Can you move this TV? Yeah. So I was doing there was a Japanese meetup in Las Vegas, and I went to it one time, and he was there. I actually forgot his name right now. I have to look it up again. I gotta make sure I meet with him. Anyway, Unknown Gaming says, hi, George. Nan says, isn't it healthy to not get into to 170? Oh, no. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm better now because it doesn't jump up to 170. I can't even get it to that right now. I wonder, like, and another thing that I can do now that I wasn't able to do when I used to run with Nick, my friend Nick, who's in Shigaken right now. When I used to run with Nick, I could not talk while I run. Now I can kind of talk. I have the capacity to say, taien desu ne, atsui desu ne, or whatever I'm saying to my wife, you know? George should play Life is Strange 2. It's even better than the first Life is Strange. It's still leaking. I have a leak in this room from the air conditioning. I put a towel there and like the phone doesn't work anymore because it got wet. I was going to call the front and ask them how to turn the refrigerator on because it wasn't on. I figured it out though. But the phone just like doesn't work because it got soaked. To be fair, when you come into a Japanese hotel room, you're supposed to put your key in this slot and that's what energizes the energy, like the electricity. But I don't put the room key in there. I have a McDonald's gift card that I toss in there every time. Don't even know if there's money on it. And then I leave the air conditioning running the whole time. I'm anti saving the world, I guess, if it means I have to be hot for 2 seconds. So right now I turned off the air conditioning because it was like humidity or something was leaking out of it. Okay. Look, I probably would like to play Life is Strange 2, to be fair. That was a super fun game. That's probably one of the funnest I've played, the most fun that I've played. And it was easy to understand the storyline. The Japanese wasn't like crazy hard like it was in White Day. White Day was I didn't even finish White Day. It was my least favorite because, man, but I learned the most out of White Day. But I had to look up so much stuff. Was I playing Life is Strange 2? I thought I was just playing the normal Life is Strange. But I don't remember playing Life is Strange 2, no. No, I didn't remove it. It was never up there. Life is Strange 1 is greater than Life is Strange 2, says Masiek 300. Well, I don't know. Bestra Frong says, I've always wondered how you met your wife and what happened when you did. Well, she's like, Nihongo jouzu desu ne. Well, I mean, I don't mind telling the story. I've told it more than once, but I was a tour guide in Las Vegas, and I worked for a company called Yahiro Tours, and they serviced the Japanese tour companies like JTB, Kintetsu, and my wife was on a tour called Fureai no Tabi, and I was the tour guide that got assigned to go pick her friend, as they were two Japanese girls, and two couples, an older couple and a younger couple, at the airport. So I go to the airport, pick them up, throw everyone on a bus, and I had just woken up, and I used to sleep in the airport. I'd be like, take a nap on the chairs, you know? And so I was disheveled, but whatever, you know? I'm doing my tour. We're coming out of the airport. I'm telling all of my dumb jokes, you know, and well, actually, I'll just keep that in mind as I go through the story, because I'm telling my dumb jokes. They're giving me iso warai, they're laughing to be polite, I'm guessing. I don't know. We get to the Luxor Hotel. So I've got the three couples, including the two married couples, and then the two girls, my wife and her friend Nobuyo. And I'm giving them the instructions, you know, and I'm like, and then I'm trying to sell a tour. I'm like, you know, the night tour is $55 and you get to this and that. You know, I'm trying to hype it up. And my wife's like, jibun de aruku kara. We're going to walk by ourselves. Well, you don't know the hotels look close, but they're very far. And I'm giving them the spiel. I'm trying to sell them on the tour. Therefore, so I can make money. And I can tell they're not going to do it. My wife's not going to budge on this, my wife to be. And now that I know her, I can see that face and it pisses me off. It's like, why would you say no to me? Buy my tour. Anyway, so I strategically get them out of there. And I gave them their keys and I pointed them to the elevator and I said, sayonara, man. I said, sayonara. I said, sayonara. Well, my button didn't work. Hang on. I hit the wrong button. Hang on.
I said, sayonara.
And she left. And that was good. And then I sold the remaining couples tours. I made some money. I was very happy. So I'm done for the day, or at least done for that amount of time. And I have time and I start walking out of the hotel. And this is how long ago it was, by the way. No one had cell phones. I had a pager. I had a pager, and it paged me 911. That means call the office, emergency. So I get on one of the phones at the Luxor front desk. I'm like, hi. And like, お客様の荷物が入られたので、ホテルの方に行ってリポート書いてください。部屋の方行ってリポート書いてください。It's like the customer's luggage has been opened up. Please go to the room and write a report. And I said, どうせ女の子2人でしょ. I said, whatever. It's those girls, isn't it? Like the ones I wouldn't want to ever see again. And they said, yes. I said, look, I was leaving. I'm going home. And they're like, ジョージしかいないから言ってください. You're the only one that can do it. Go. So I'm like, these girls, these dumb girls. I swear that's how I felt. I did not want to go to their room. Now, you need to understand at this time in my life, I love girls. So I would totally date any girl that came on tour. I would like offer them all sorts of things. Like, I'll take you around town. These girls I had zero interest in. I was just not into them at all. Not one bit. So I go to their room, 10th floor of the Luxor. I'm thinking, these girls, they didn't get their luggage broken into. They're just trying to make money. Like, they're just trying to, like, get insurance or something. Like, I just had zero doubt that these girls were legit. So I knock on the door. My wife, Yukari, opens. And I'm like, 荷物入られたって. And I open, and then I kind of, she's like, どうぞ. And I come in, and her friend is just like bawling. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay, this is real. I feel really bad right now. Oh my God. She came to America, and now she's had all of her stuff stolen out of her bag. I felt so bad. So I'm like, 落ち着いてください. じゃあまず何を取られたかちょっと確認しましょう. So I'm like asking, like, what did she lose? And like, she shows me the luggage. It's this, and back in the day, by the way, these clam type luggages from, I can't remember the company anymore. It was this clamshell type luggage with these like 2 latches on the side, always got broken into. And so like, if you looked inside her luggage, like every zipper had been like opened up and things were just pulled out, you know? It was like a huge invasion of privacy. And she was just like, so distraught. It's like, okay, so you lost the necklace. How much was the value of that? Like, I don't even know if this was gonna help, but I was just like, she said 10,000 yen. I'm like, 20,000 yen. I kept upping every time she gave me a value. I just doubled it. I mean, I was 22. I had no idea. I just that felt like the right thing to do to scam the insurance that I thought they were scamming anyway. So I wrote the report, right? And then I felt so bad that I said, look, I feel bad that you came to my country and this happened to you, so please let me treat you to dinner. I'll take you to the Hard Rock Hotel or Hard Rock Cafe, and let me treat you to dinner. Now, luck was on my side because my wife Yukari would never have agreed to that, you know, not that because she wasn't into me as much as I wasn't into her. But because Nobuo was so distraught, she figured it would be good for kibun tenkang, to change the mood, right? So we went, and I invited my friend Jeremy, who was always my double date guy. Because look, I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity. We've got 2 girls just. Hang on, I gotta get a sound.
We got 2 girls.
Oh, no, it shouldn't be a. I don't have the right. There's another thing. I don't have the right sound here. I need the more like megaphone sound, but I haven't made it yet. I apologize. We'll make the megaphone sound maybe later. But like, we got 2 girls. Attention, Jeremy. So Jeremy came. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe. Had a nice night, and then there was a spot on the night tour that I'd always take the customers up like Bonanza Avenue to I talked about it, I think, before, but this mountain called Sunrise Mountain. This is before there was any like towers that you could really look at the strip very easily. Like there wasn't Stratosphere Tower yet. So we take them up to this mountain, and we look over, we look at the view. And I remember on the way up, and my wife talks about it too, that was the first time you held my hand. Of course I held her hand. That was my thing. Hold the hand when you can. I do like holding hands. So I held her hand, brought her up, and then long story short, I think I saw her every day after that. But here's the thing. I had a girlfriend named Yoko. And I told Yukari, I said, I really like you, but I can't break up with Yoko. It's because I can't. Like, it's not because I don't want to. or that I'm too weak to do it. I'm not strong enough to break up with Yoko. I was 22, you know. And by the way, my wife at the time was 30. But I knew she was probably older and she knew I was younger. We actually agreed to not talk about our ages. So we actually didn't know about our ages that whole time we were hanging out. Because like I think the second day I kissed her, you know what I mean? And so there was, you know, I liked her, she liked me, weirdly, even though she said, when you were on that bus telling your dumb jokes, I just thought you were another typical tour guide with your stupid jokes. And I was like, yeah, and I thought you were just a typical woman that like thinks they could do everything themselves in Las Vegas and doesn't realize the scale of Las Vegas because the hotels look like they're next to each other. They're not. Like I wasn't lying to you. I didn't make any money off of you. How dare you? So anyway, I mean, we hung out like for that entire, I think 3 or 4 days that they were there. I was on the schedule even to drop them off. No one knew at the company, like it was pure luck that I got assigned them there and assigned them on the way out. So it was kind of nice. So I go to pick them up. I was literally there the night before, you know, with Yukari, and I had established that, you know, I'm not going to take your address or anything like that. This is going to have to be the end because I'm dating Yoko, and I had even talked about like marriage was in the air for Yoko. It was just like the normal flow of things, you know. But Yoko, who I was attracted to and I really liked, we had a lot of issues. Like I remember when she was living in Okurayama. When she was going to this school in Jiugaoka, I would visit her there, and you know, I would be doing whatever I would be doing that day for like a convention or something like that, and then I would go back to her apartment at night, and I would want to talk about my day, and she was like, "I'm not interested in your day." Like she would essentially say that, and then she wanted to watch a drama with me, but I didn't want to watch the drama with her, so like we didn't have compatibility on those particular things, you know. So you know, beyond, you know, she was super cute to me, and I really, really liked that. And she was my first like long-term girlfriend. We had been dating already 4 years. You know, we weren't getting along well. And plus, as a tour guide in Las Vegas, oh my God, I was sleeping with a bunch of different girls. You know, whenever I could get it. I mean, it was easier than being in Japan. Just to be open and honest, it was like 30 years ago, right? So, I mean, I'm a young guy. You got these cute girls coming in on a tour. You know, I'm young. They're young. They're like, they're in their magical trip into Las Vegas, and they meet this handsome man that's always wearing a suit, you know, and he's showing them around, and he speaks Japanese, and he's got some funny jokes. There was going to be some action, so I was totally cheating on Yoko the whole time. It wasn't going to work out, to be fair. And so the morning to pick Yukari up, and I get her in the car with I think it was, I don't know if it was like a bunch of actually it was like 8 or it was maybe 5 couples this time, 5 groups of 2 people, right? I don't know if it was actually couples. It could have been 2 guys and 2 girls, whatever. But she was in that lineup of people in the bus, right? I used to drive like a 14-passenger small, like a big Dodge. Was it a 40 Econoline van? So drive that to the airport. Get to the airport. She realizes she forgot her camera in the hotel room. She knows right where it is. It's like in the bed. Like it was on the part of the bed, and she remembers where it is. But we can't go back and get it because she's got to catch her flight. So I reluctantly have to take her information. I take the address. I still have this, by the way. I have the address card from her luggage with her phone number and her address in Japan. I say, okay, I will let you know what I find out about your camera. And I remember, though, this is our movie scene. We have a few, but this is the first one, where I put the rest of the people on the plane, and Yukari is kind of hanging back because she doesn't want to say goodbye. She likes me, and I like her. It's not going to work out, but whatever. And then as she's getting ready to go on the airplane with the main group, and they call everyone to go on, because by the way, with American Airlines back in the day, Japanese people, they're just like, all right, everybody get on the airplane, because Japanese people know how to go on the airplane like human beings. They're not like, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. Like there's no zone 1, zone 2. That didn't even exist yet. But they're like, everybody, you can board, because Japanese people knew how to board. So when they all started boarding, I was like, Takenaka-san, chotto kamera no koto de. I said, Takenaka-san, I need to talk to you about your camera. That gave me the ability to be with her alone. And then when they got on the airplane, I grabbed her hand and I rushed her down like 4 or 5 gates to this taco shop where there was this, I didn't know what I was going. I just had to get away from the gate so no one could see what I was going to do. And then we got behind one of the there's this big like support beam that was blocking the entrance of the taco shop on the left side, and I just put her behind it and I just started kissing her. I was just gonna miss you, I was just kissing her. I oh my god, she's so beautiful to me. Even now, like 30 years later, she's so beautiful to me. Like I love her so much. Yeah. So then we run her back to the gate. I run her back to the gate. I say goodbye. And then I'm calling her like every night. We talked every night. I remember I just really was into her. And I mean, my phone bill, like back in the day, like you didn't have the ability to like call on the internet. There was no like Line or Skype or, just FaceTime for free, whatever. No, there was like, you had to pay Sprint. And I remember at this time of my life, I was in debt with Sprint. And I remember writing a letter to Sprint and enclosing a $5 check and saying, I'm not a loser. Please don't stop letting me call my girlfriend, But she wasn't my girlfriend yet, because Yoko was getting ready to come and visit. So Yoko comes and visit, and I'm with Yoko, laying in my bed in my dad's house. I'm renting her I think I was renting. I think I was actually paying for a room in my dad's house, the house that I grew up in before I went to Japan, like when I was like 10 and 8 and whatnot. So we're in that room, and Yoko's next to me asleep, and I'm just like laying there, I'm thinking about Yukari right now. So I take the wireless phone, I call on Sprint, I call Yukari and I say, I've decided to break up with Yoko. Please plan a trip back, maybe in December. I said, I'm gonna break up. So over the next few days, like I finally work up the courage to break up with Yoko, and Yoko was just devastated because Yoko was planning to get married with me. She was, we didn't like set a date, but it was like, when you're in a relationship for that long, like it's natural just think you're gonna get married, and I just remember she would cry and cry and cry. She had like a yaiba teeth. Those are like the fang teeth that like they're jutting out here. And then there's like these two go in and then these two come out. Like it's super good. Look it up. Yaeba, Y-A-E-B-A. It's super cute. It's always been attractive to me. She had those teeth and she's like, I'll take my teeth out. I'll fix my teeth, whatever. I'll shave my head. What do you want me to do? I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that, But I didn't want to be with Yoko anymore, so none of that would have helped. But she was just so distraught. I said, okay, we won't break up. Sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. We're not going to break up. That was just to get her back to Japan. I got her back to Japan. I called her and I said, we're broke up, right? And that's how I broke up with her. So Yukari came. I don't remember the exact word. I think she came to Vegas or I went to Japan first. I don't remember, but probably I went to Japan first, I'm guessing. So let's go with that logic. I went to Japan and I was in, I think it was in Odaiba at the Tokyo. There's this big Tokyo Convention Center and I was doing a gift show there. And Yukari came up from Himeji, which is where she lived. And she stayed with me. And I just remember she's so awesome. Like I told this already. I already said this before if you were in the other stream, but like I woke up in the morning and she was ironing my pants, my suit pants. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, ironing your pants. Like, why? Do you know how to? I go, well, not really. She's like, that's why I'm doing it. And I'm better at it than you. Okay. So that was cool. And then the next time she came to Vegas, I think it was within 6 months she came to Vegas. And I told her friend Nobio to like hang back after you get off the airplane because I'm gonna do something. So Nobio did that, and Yukari came off the plane, and I'm wearing a new suit. My father's there with this big camera, this big VHS camera. I've got balloons, and I think roses, and I'm proposing to her. And I have a big sign. That says Take Naka Yukari-san. That's her maiden name. Take Naka Yukari-san, kekkon shite kudasai. And then in the lines between that, it says, Yukari, please marry me. This big yellow sign. I still have it somewhere in the garage, I think. And that was June 23rd. And she hugs me. First thing she says is, Baka. But she said that, like, she's like, Baka. Like that. She said yes while saying Baka. And then, she was so beautiful that day. And then I walk her and Nobio down to the ground. It's called zero level. Back in the day, I don't know if they call it anymore, but zero level. And I have a limousine waiting with champagne. That's our second movie moment. I give her a ring. I think it was, I don't remember where, maybe I gave her the ring there, like the proposal ring. I don't remember what. But yeah, that was it. She said yes. And then it was 6 months later we got married. So all in all, I met her. I met her when I was 22, married her when I was 23. She was 30, and then 31 when we got married. And that was 28, almost 20, coming up on our 29th anniversary, I believe. So it's, and I used to always, I don't say it anymore because it's weird to say it now, but I say, I'm so lucky because I really made a huge mistake getting married at age 23. Like, I think it's a huge mistake, but I'm lucky that it worked out because Yukari is such a great wife. Like, absolutely a great wife. And we have 2 daughters, and her parents, her father has Alzheimer's now, but he was always really chill with it. But his mother was just super against the marriage. But I made a promise to her that I would send her back every single year, no matter what. And until Corona, she went back every year but one. There was one year where just money was just impossible to send her. But she went back every single year for like all, I would say out of the 29 years-ish that we've been married, minus Corona, you know, it's every year but once, 20 sometimes every year she went back. I kept that promise. But her mother firmly says you can return her at any time. She still has that as a thing. So yeah, that's it. That's my story. Yes, I'm feeling homesick, Melanie. I told Mike today, I said, hey, if I could go home tomorrow, I would. I said, like, I do not like being alone. I could be with anybody and it would be better than being alone. All right, I'm scrolling back up. Unknown Gaming says, I'm going to visit Japan next year, April, to Tokyo for a vacation, going with 3 of my friends. Good idea. I am the only one who can speak Japanese. You're going to have so much fun being their interpreter to a certain extent. Which hotel is better if you're on a budget? Appa Hotel. APA. This hotel that I'm in, I was looking for a sign, but I don't have one. APA. 100%. I absolutely cannot highly recommend anymore this hotel. I love it. Matter of fact, I'm devastated from this point forward if I can't get an Appa every time. There's another one that's good, but it's not cheap anymore. It was Dormy Inn. Dormy Inn was so good. But they're not cheap anymore. Appa is great. And until I find another one, that's my current recommendation. And that's a budget hotel for you. And I would say this too, don't trust like Expedia or hotels.com, because sometimes you could just get the hotel direct. Like, it says there's not rooms, but their allotment's gone. Like, for example, on Expedia.com, I couldn't find a rental car in the city I'm in now or in Sendai. There was none. It really just means they didn't offer it. I got off of the train, walked right over to the Nippon Rent-A-Car. I said, I don't have an appointment or a reservation, but I'm looking for a car. And like, oh, absolutely right. How many car days do you need? Boom. Like, literally within 5 minutes, I was in a car. Done. Nanj says, closest I've got to Japan was drinking some apple cider imported from Hokkaido. Well, that's probably the first place you should go because that's where your connection is. Hokkaido is beautiful. Charligtivis says, I recently watched an anime where they said, yokai naika. Is that, am I reading that wrong? Hang on. That looks like ware. Kai ware? Is that what that is? All right, hang on. I think it's Kaiwade now. Let me bring this over here. Give me a second. My screen is just not ready. Let's see. I think that's my current guess, Kaiwade. It looked like yokai at first. Still might be that, to be fair. Kega! Oh my god, that's one of those dumb things, like, I should definitely know that. Like, why? Just seeing it out of context. My brain doesn't comprehend it. And even in the, like, normally I'll see it like this. It'll just be like in katakana. Anyway, kega. Okay. So kega, they're just asking do you not have an injury is what they were saying. Kega naika. Do you not have an injury? Are you able to say so? I was unsuccessful to translate it like that. Or did I mishear what they said? It depends. Like, did they get hurt at one point? Boom. Was someone hurt? Did they get bumped into? Kega nai desu ka? Kega nai ka? Are you uninjured is what they're asking there. couldn't imagine getting my stuff stolen in a foreign country. I'd feel so lost. Yeah, Nanj, when I got in Korea this time around, my luggage didn't arrive and I was lost. That day I walked 1,600 extra calories on my watch because I couldn't check in until 3. I didn't have luggage. Then I had to go buy some clothing. The Struggler says, amazing story. Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I'm so fortunate to have met you, Kari. And you know, even at my age, at that age, 22, even at that age, like I attracted that woman. What I mean is, like the law of attraction from the book The Secret, I always said 30-year-old Japanese women were the most beautiful, and they still are. Like 30 is the most beautiful age. That's when Japanese women really come into their beauty in my mind. Like the young girls, every young girl is gonna be cute, right? They're just, their age alone makes them a cute girl. But there's something about 30. When they hit that 30 mark, there's like a mental change where they're like, I'm an adult now. There's no Prince Charming coming. I'm gonna be realistic with my life. I'm gonna start achieving things, you know, in a different way. It's a different vibe from them. They don't have to try to be cute anymore. They're an adult now, you know? George Riz. I probably did have some Riz when I was younger. I only recently found out that came from charisma. That's where Riz comes from. I initially thought there was a TikToker named Riz and he was just smooth with the ladies. So they were saying that he has Riz, meaning they're like this Riz guy. No, it's from charisma. That's all Riz is, charisma. Do you guys still talk to each other? You mean which one, me and Yoko? Or me and my wife? Because me and my wife do talk. I talked to her this morning. Yeah, me and Yoko, we talk when I visit Japan. Like I'll probably have lunch with her. I had yakitori with her like 5 years ago. And I'm so glad I didn't marry her. I really am. She's great and all, but I'm glad I didn't marry her because she can't compare to my wife. Shimewaza says, just entered the stream. Sounds like a Mr. Great story. Yeah, you know what? How come you weren't getting notified about the stream? Do you understand how much work goes into a stream? Years of planning to make this stream. Years. This is a 30-year story in the making. You messed it. How dare you? Hey, you're streaming earlier today. Yes, I am. Only because I still have to walk. I figured I'd get it done a little bit.
Starting your workout.
No, that's not. No. Stop. Why would you do that? I said I have to work out. I was like, I'm starting your workout for you. What's stopping me from going home? Melanie, I'm not going to go home. I've paid so much money to be here. It's loss aversion at this point. I've booked like $4,000 of Airbnbs in Korea that I won't get my money back for. I wouldn't like, it's not like, if I could save that money, maybe, but I committed. It's too late now, right? So that's it. I had this discussion with Mike this morning. So why don't you just go back? I'm like, nah, because Korea will be fun because I'll be learning Korean. I know that'll brighten me up. Like I always get a lot of like great content ideas while I'm learning Korean too. No, I didn't visit her parents this time. Nope. I mean, to be fair, I might never see her mother again. She's really old. And the father's got Alzheimer's, so I can't even go see him. Japan is still under corona lockdown in hospitals. Like my really good friend, Mr. and Mrs. Fukumachi, I can't go see them because he's in the hospital and it's just too much work and even his wife can only see him 15 minutes a day in the hospital because of corona lockdowns still. Melanie says, Appa Hotel, been there as well when I went to Tokyo. They are great. They are really, really amazing. Absolutely love Appa Hotels. Remember, guys, this video is not sponsored by Appa, but it should be. Rocker913 says, yeah, I just booked Appa Hotel for my upcoming trip in January. Well, you booked way far ahead. Best Rough Wrong says, that story was very interesting. I'll admit I feel a bit bad for Yoko, though. I hope she's well and happy now. Have you heard anything about her since? Yoko is happily married with 2 children. She does hula hoop and yoga. She's very healthy, and she seems to like her job. She's got a good job, and seems very happy. The one I feel worse for is Saori. It hit Saori harder. Saori was the girl that I broke up with to date Yoko. And Saori was telling me like that Yoko tried to friend her because me and Saori we chat on Messenger. I chat more with Saori. Me and Saori bond way better than me and Yoko. But Saori, unfortunately, I saw her like 5-6 years ago when I was visiting Aomori. Her husband didn't like that. I said this yesterday. Her husband was not happy with that, even though I met with her and her daughter. It's not like I was, like, hey, you want to meet up in this hotel? No, it was like, hey, let's get curry together. We had curry, and then when she said her husband wasn't happy about it, I said, well, I'd love to meet your husband. Let me treat him to dinner. We'll get ramen or something like that. No, he doesn't want anything to do with it. So that's sad for her. It's sad that like Yukari doesn't care if I meet Saori or Yoko, but it's sad that I don't know. Like if Yukari was going to meet her prior boyfriend, I'd be okay with it. Like you can't trump 30 years of a marriage, So I don't know. It's weird. But yeah. Oh, I was trying to say something. But Saori said to me like, "Wait, because Yoko has a new last name. She's like, wait, is that your ex-girlfriend?" I'm like, yeah. She tried to friend me on Facebook. Like, I'm not gonna friend her on Facebook. I know it's been a long time. It's been 30 years, but she took my boyfriend. I'm not gonna give her the satisfaction. I'm like, oh, okay. It was interesting. It seemed petty a little bit, but I get it. It hurt her a lot. Shimewaza-san says it's often cheaper to book with Japanese hotels directly. Yep, that is true. And also I was going to recommend Rakuten Travel, but man, I couldn't find cheap hotels on Rakuten Travel at all recently, so I don't know if they've changed. Kyle says, oh no, I didn't have notifications on for this channel. Well, this is the new channel, so make sure you do. Can you rent a car in English in Japan? I don't know. I've never tried. Even in Korea, I didn't rent a car in English. If you're in Tokyo, I imagine it's easier, but I'm in like BF Egypt. Like, I don't know where I am. I don't even know where I am on the map. Like, I'm one stop away from Sendai because I couldn't find a hotel in Sendai, which is where I was trying to go. I imagine you can, but I've never tried. Even in Korea, I was just like, 차를 렌트하고 싶은데. Well, no, it wasn't. 빌리고 싶은데. Like, I was just speaking Korean to them. George, what happened to visiting your friend? I'm visiting them, seeing them tomorrow. That was always the plan, but I took an extra few days here, 2 days here prior. Now, the 6th, I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to go back to Tokyo or if I'm going to head to Aomori for a day or two. Because I have a pass until the 9th. And my flight out of Tokyo is out of Tokyo. So as long as I'm in Tokyo, I'm good. Bestra Frang says, oh, wait, I missed. Kyle says, I haven't been robbed, but I lost my wallet in Canada. Luckily, I still have my passport. Yeah, that's the kiss of death, losing your passport. I'm very careful with my passport. I don't take it out of the room. I leave it in the room. And another thing that most Japanese hotels do now is like a standard option is they don't have cleaning services. So, hang on, I gotta turn the air on again. But I never ask for cleaning services anyway. All right. I don't know what this means. Hang on. Let's get out of this Jido mode. Label. There. You're losing your passport's horrible. But yeah, I leave everything in my room and I never do cleaning. No one ever enters the room. Totally cool with it. Like, think about it. Do you use a new towel every day? I don't. I use the same towel for weeks at my house in Vegas. Why would I need a new towel here every day? Do you change your bed sheets every day? No, I wouldn't change my bed sheets in my house for way too long, to be fair. Like, it should be way... Like, my wife says, anytime you want to wash your sheets, just let me know. I'm like, I'm not going to... Yeah. Months sleeping in my filth, my sweat. But I do have a fan on, so maybe it's better. And also, I take a bath before I go to bed, so it's not dirty. Sorry to put that image in your mind. I apologize. Bestra Frank says, I prefer older women actually because they're more mature. Yeah, I love the maturity of older women. I'm 22, but I would honestly date a 30-year-old. Hey, I did. And she's 50. I think. Oh, yeah, she's 59 now, and I'm totally okay with it. I'm 50, she's 59. She's 8.5 years older than me. Like I'm right on the cusp of a birthday, so it's like numbers wise, she's 9 years older than me, but so beautiful to me. Like I'm in awe of her beauty at this age, you know. But to be fair, as you get older, even older women start looking pretty. I was watching this Japanese TV show, and they were at some sushi shop, and this lady said, "Oh, I haven't been to that one sushi place for 30 years," which means she's probably like 50 or 60 or something. I was like, wow, she's really attractive. Like you when you're younger, you would never think 50 or 60 could be attractive, but you can be attractive at 50, 60. Now, I don't think 70-year-olds can be attractive. I'll find out, though. Let you know in a couple years. Kyle says to Bestra, "Maturity's damn sexy." It sounded more like this, though. "Maturity is damn sexy." And then Kyle was like, and then Bestra was like,
Yay, great! Maturity is really awesome.
Look, there's something about women at 30 because they're like, okay, I gotta have a baby soon. So they become super realistic. Their clock is running. They're like, I gotta have a baby by 35. So they start looking at men in a different way. As when you're below 30, you're like, he's gotta be handsome and tall. Like, I'm just saying, I don't have a chance. I gotta go with an older lady. I don't got a chance, guys. I don't got a chance. Shime Waza says, "Dude, it's 5:15 a.m. here. Love you, George, but I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. for you." Well, fine. Leave. Okay, Melanie says to Kyle, "I disagree. You know what you're doing when you hit 33 years old." I don't know why 33 is a very, very specific number. Oh, I missed part of the conversation, I guess. You still have, with some exceptions, of course, you still have no clue, are way too naive at that age without even knowing. Kyle says you're not fully an adult until 22 to 25. I think that's what that was, but all right. I missed have that conversation. Let's just skip it. Shimewaza-san says, "If you're going to Sendai, you are an adventurous eater." I am not an adventurous eater. I don't know what impression I might have given you that I've only eaten bolognese and hamburgers the whole time I've been in Japan, and one ramen. Yesterday I had yakiniku ramen because it looked good. That was it. No, I will not be eating hoya, which is, according to you, sea squirt. Nope, I don't do seafood. Sorry. Japan is lost on me for that. Like, it's unfortunate. Like, what a waste of my trip to Japan that I don't eat all the delicious food that they have here. Yes, I am actually a kuwaza girai, unlike you. You are not. Okay. Okay, this conversation is still going back and forth about older women. Unknown Gaming says, "I'm booking directly from the Japan Airlines official website." Japanese Airlines official site. It is convenient. Yes, I agree. I mean, it's not convenient, really. If you could book it all from one area, it's way more convenient. So, anyway, that's where that is. Don't know where I'm going after this. No idea. This conversation, you guys need to get a room with this conversation. Kyle says to Hechi, "In America, 18 is technically an adult, but I'm just giving my opinion. And based on people I've met and how much they've changed their life, generally mid-20s is who you stay." That might be it. 30 is a good age because you're already built as a human being. Melanie says, "George, I thought you booked your hotels as you go." Yes, I do. I don't know where I'm staying the day after tomorrow because I've only booked. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't have a ticket anywhere. Oh, but for Korea, it's different. For Korea, I'm booking an Airbnb. And I'm not traveling around Korea. I'm like, I got to have a place to stay. It's got to have a proper desk with a chair. It's got to be close to my class that I'm going to take. Like, I have to book that one ahead of time because or else I'll literally not have anywhere to stay. So you agree that would be too much money to lose. Then again, Appa gave me back all my money when I went home early. Yeah, that's a hotel. This is an Airbnb with policies set when you order. Callisto's Cali says, which Asian country have you not been but plan to visit in the future? Vietnam and Thailand. Where do I want to go? I don't know. I want to go back to America. I want to not be alone. I want to be hanging out with somebody, like a cool person. I mean, if Mike was with me, that'd be perfect. Mike's all the way in Fukuoka though, and he's got a job and a girl that he's trying to hang out with, I thought, but I guess she's in Tokyo now. Also, Mike doesn't want to spend money because Mike's already booked in Fukuoka for the month. I don't know where I want to go. There's like, I'll see something on TV and I'm like, I want to go there, but then I'm like, oh, do I want to go there by myself? No. I don't want to travel with, there's two types of things I don't want to do. Let me say this. I don't want to travel by myself, and I don't want to travel with someone that's irritating, because those people they exist too. It can't just be anybody. It has to be someone that's relatively intelligent and that can handle my joking style. So will I be learning Thai and Vietnamese? I mean, I already started Vietnamese a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've got to plan like shorter trips though, maybe, you know? But the thing is, if I start doing, let's say I start doing Vietnamese, I'd want to do what I did with Korea. I'd want to go there for a month. I really need to do an exploratory trip first, I think, to see if I even enjoy it. Because I don't even eat pho noodles ever. People are like, you want to get pho? I'm like, no, I don't want to get pho. And they'll say, oh, let's get Thai. I'm like, nah, don't want to eat Thai. But I'm not an adventurous eater, as we were talking about earlier. Have I taken some Korean classes in Korea yet? No, I'm in Japan right now. And I was only in Korea for like, I was moving around. I was in Seoul for 2 days, and then I went to Busan. It wasn't enough time to do anything. Shimewaza says, just go to the local bar and start up a combo with the locals. Those often become the best unexpected experiences. Yep. I mean, yes. But I don't drink. So if I go to the bar, I'm drinking udon cha. And then most of the time at a bar, you know, you got to jump into someone else's conversation. I did that the other day when I was with my friend Eriko. You know, we had a great time. That was fun. Like when I'm with somebody, I generally have fun. I'm just having withdrawal symptoms of being alone in the country, where literally when you walk around, there's no people. There's more people in the store that work there than there are people shopping. And to me, it's, you know where you're an introvert and people bother you? I'm bothered the other way. I cannot not be around people. That's why when I normally travel, I'm in the major cities. No, 21. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, in Germany, maybe Germany changed to 21. In Japan, it changed to 20, the drinking age. No, wait. Did they drop it or raise it? Now I don't remember. Well, I wish I had some comments for you, but it's just everyone talking back and forth with each other. So what I'm going to do is, I saw something on Reddit that I wanted to read and see. I read part of it and then I thought I'd go through some of the comments. So give me a second. It's on a subreddit called Japan Life. I thought it was interesting. I just got to figure out how to get to my saved. I don't even know how to get to my saved things. Someone can tell me how to get to my saved items. That'd be great. Profile, user settings. Dude, where am I saved? Maybe I just go /saved. Nope. Oh yeah, that was it. Why did I save that one? All right, so this is what I saw. Hang on, let me move this over here. Okay. I saw this. No motivation to learn after work or free time. I work full time, and when I'm free, I don't feel like to study Japanese. I just want to chill and do more fun things. When I was in school, I had some time and energy for these things, but now I don't feel like it. Other than reading easy Japanese manga or listening to music or watch some videos, I don't really feel like opening my study book anymore. I'm N4 level and feel stuck. Anyone can relate? Has tips? Well, I think the fact that he's still opening manga and listening to music and watching videos, that's good. He needs to find a way, or she needs to find a way, to integrate the learning with the fun things. But N4 level is still a little bit too low. Definitely want to try to get into that N3 level. So you got to keep pushing. Making friends, trust me, as an extrovert is really important. Let's see what people say. LOL, welcome to being an adult. This is how it will be for the rest of your life. Wow, that is sad. This is too real. All right, let's see what Fendi 1993 Gur, which I mean probably means Germany, says. Exactly, that's why I grinded N1 while I was still in university. Now I don't want to even look at the few Anki words every day after work. Yeah, because it's a grind. Who wants that? I miss the good old days as a student. LOL, that's me now. I'll see I have 300 plus reviews to do. I'll do 10 or 15 and be like, phew, that was tough. I should be good for today, and close the window. That's fine, yeah. Ha ha ha, phew, that was enough. Man, oh man, I can't relate to that. And I can't relate any more to that. Like to open, what's WK? Wanikani. Okay, like to open Wanikani just makes me irritated sometimes. After so many levels, why am I still getting words from level 3? And why am I being taught words like mikatsuki when am I ever gonna need that? Describing half of a pie, a banana? What else is moon crescent shaped? I mean, to be fair, Japanese people say, mikatsuki desu ne. I mean, I guess it's a word, but true. That is close to the legit solution. You should really be closing it while you're still enjoying it, so that opening it the next day doesn't make you sigh, but instead you look forward to it. Mako on the boat says, man, I can't relate at all. I graduated 7 years ago and I've never worked nearly as hard as I did as a student, except that one semester no classes were available, so I just played World of Warcraft and smoked weed instead. Although I've hit pretty hard diminishing returns with Japanese studies, so I don't really do it anymore. But I'll happily study stuff related to my career all day. Fenrir comes back. Well, if I come across words at work, I learn them, of course. That's good. But like OP said, after a hard day at work, I simply don't have the energy or determination to sacrifice time I could spend on other hobbies. Also, in my personal case, I have passed N1. Wow. And like 20K entries in my Anki and like 20,000 entries in Anki. So except from repeating the cards, the question is, what is there left to actually study? That also makes sense. A few years ago, I thought I would use Anki until the end of my days, but nowadays, if I cannot remember a word, I just look it up quickly and I'm done. This guy knows what to do right here. Maybe I've become old, I don't know. That's the thing, I don't think you should study words, really. I mean, I don't think you should write them down in a note even, just like if they come up, they come up. Like, you'll learn to speak what you need to learn to speak and look up things that you need to look up. Kinthra says, you are in Japan. You can do fun things that facilitate the need to speak Japanese, and you'll generally pick it up faster than with a textbook. That's absolutely true. Consistent Comb 647, who is 6447, who is the OP, says, I use Japanese at work to talk with my students' parents, though. Though what? That was like a Japanese though, dakedo, right? That doesn't change anything about what you said or what I said. A little bit aggressive here. If you actually don't want to improve your language skills, then just don't. Plenty of people in Japan do that and they seem super happy. All right. Get friends. I agree with this one. Go places with them. Have them correct your mistakes. I learned more in the first 6 months here than 3 years of Japanese classes in America. That's true. Val Bravara 48 says, small amounts. Ignore the people who treat you badly for not doing more. or who try to equate it to your chances of certain success or failure when it's really about their insecurities half the time. Comparison is the thief of joy for bullies and victims alike. Ooh, that's interesting. Treat yourself kindly. While consistency of practice is important, so is recovery from the process on very bad days. I agree. Which you will have. I have days where I do little to nothing just to recover and learn from a better place in the future. I.e., if you force yourself to study while you're hungry, you'll be doing Japanese to get to lunch rather than to understand Japanese. Spend time among those who will help you and treat you kindly about your studies. The ones who have the optimism you need to keep going. I'm convinced my Japanese is terrible. My Japanese teacher is insistent I'm not. And so we meet somewhere in the middle where I'm not letting my negativity hold myself back. I'm not as far ahead as I think I should be, often as a result of other people. But I admit I'm moving forward. Maybe this guy wants to meet up. Asking him if he lives in Tokyo. OP is. But yeah, I agree that is the best answer. Let's go ahead and upvote that for sure. I feel like that's it. Is there anything else higher upvoted? Probably not. When you are okay. Unchi ga dechatta. That's literally the most appropriate name for his comment. That means I pooped. Says, when you're doing a poo, open the Anki app on your phone and take 15 minutes to flash kanji while letting the poo come out naturally with no force. If you do this every time you go to the toilet, you can get an hour's worth of kanji study in every day. If you don't poo that much, just sit down when you're weeing and nobody will ask you why it took so long. That's oddly specific. I guess I have to stop doing the speed racer poo. Very German post. Neglected Bennett says, don't sit on the toilet for an hour every day, LOL. Parentheses written while shitting on the toilet. Upvote for funny. Dark Duo says, you guys be pooping? It's usually maybe once or twice a week for me. Oh my God, really? Every day for me. I don't know how you can survive without pooping every day. Interesting Risk 628 says, dude, that's constipation. Grab some biofermin and yogurt during your week. I love how this has turned into advice on how to not hold in a poop. Eat more oatmeal. Hygo1 says, I poop like 3 times a day. Eat more. Dark Duo says, it's weird because I never had that problem when I lived in the US. But once I moved here, it moved to once or twice a week when I used to be a daily person. That's because there's less food here. Diet's your problem. Fiber supplements work wonders for me here. I can do my poo-poo well, says OP. This is like the longest thread in the entire discussion. Another eat more oatmeal. Dude needs more Fammy Chicky in their life. That's, what is Fammy Chicky? Oh, that's, Family Mart's chicken, I guess. Gavin Sushi says, he wants to be regular, not turn his insides into a slip and slide. Actually, I love Famichiki, but sometimes that juice is just too much. Haha. Like, I gotta drink the chicken before chewing. Wait, are you saying you shit 4 times a day? Creepy Doll says, healthy defecation shouldn't take 15 minutes. Okay, I think we got back to normal discussion here. Bertram Doa says, it's the same with exercise or learning a new skill. You just have to do it. You're not going to find motivation, but you can create momentum and you can form a habit. Set a goal of studying a set amount of time each day and try to hit that goal. Good luck. Yes, I agree with that. Discipline trumps motivation literally every time. SXH967 says, back in the day, I used to watch those long-form Nihongo no Mori grammar kanji videos while on the treadmill exercise bike at the gym. 2 birds with 1 stone. Iseki Nicho. 95 Tuck says, I suggest cutting back on work to save yourself some energy. Don't get caught. Okay, these names, poop in my ramen, another poop discussion coming perhaps, says, yes, lots of people who have lived here for 5, 10, 15 years and can barely string together a sentence. Lots of people who have lived here 5, 10, 15 years can barely string together a sentence. You'll be in good or rather bad company. That's the saddest thing. This, says Virginity Burglar 69. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu says, that feeling when you meet someone and you think they're cool. They've been here a long time. And then you get to the convenience store and it's all pointing. Apprentice Panty Thief says, you just have to force yourself. There's really no other way. Find reasons why you want to improve your Japanese. Focus on those and make yourself open that damn textbook, you son of a bitch. Val Bravoro 048 says, this is pretty good. I have a big wall of souvenirs from happy memories in Japan I study in front of sometimes. Reminds me, I would like more time here. Here I am talking about going home. Nihongo Kon Teppei is basically a guy rambling, but it's fun to listen. That sounds like my stream. I also listen to Japanese swate at home to improve my pronunciation. I vouch for Nihongo Kon Teppei. His content is so chill and fun. Well, there you go. There you go. A lot of discussion after this. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. That kind of popped up in my feed, and I was like, oh, okay, let's look at this. I feel like that's a fun thing to look at, you think? Every now and then. Take some content from Reddit. Steve Ricky says, hello, everyone. I have just got home from work, and I'm happy to catch the live stream. Shimewaza says, one of the first Japanese words I ever learned was mikatsuki, because mikatsuki geri means crescent kick. Because you do jiu-jitsu, right? It was one of my gateways to Japanese was karate. Oh, karate, okay. Natsukashi na. Most people here usually see 20-year-olds not as kids anymore. You guys are still having that discussion? Are we still talking about age? Come on, guys. Steve Ricky says, if the word is important enough, it will come up again and again. You can't help but learn it eventually. Yep. Melanie says, being of legal drinking age doesn't make you an adult. Neither does turning 18, 20, or 21 for that matter. That's exactly how she sounds. I pretty much nailed that accent. Hechi and just going back and forth. I'm gonna skip all this. I will go, getting back to the poop discussion though, Pig Venus says, I have a stomach ulcer, so I'm crapping weird craps like 6 times a day. Well, look, according to Reddit, that's your opportunity to learn Japanese. Kyle says, I don't understand the Anki grind. I do about 150 cards of Japanese a day along with learning the states and capitals for no reason, and it only takes about 30 minutes. It only takes a second to do a card, and if you don't know it, then you're going to see the answer. So it goes in short-term memory and helps you recall. Looking up new words as they come is only affected if you're already intermediate. For lower level people, pretty much everywhere it's a new word unless you want to read the dictionary. Flashcard. George makes me sound Russian. By the way, I didn't know what you meant by that last thing, Kyle. George makes me sound Russian. Russian. I need a German filter. Oh, hang on. I know how to do this. Give me a second. Hang on, give me a second. I got this. Oops.
George makes me sound Russian. LOL. George makes me sound Russian. Lol.
That's how you sound. Let's go up to the longer message. Where was it? Here it is. Here we go. Here's Melanie. Here's what she said earlier.
Being of legal drinking age doesn't make you an adult. Neither does turning 18, 20, or 21 for that matter.
I like how I turned the numbers into German. Oh. Hang on. Oh no, what happened? No, don't do that. Here we go.
Being of legal drinking age doesn't make you an adult. Neither does turning 18, 20, or 21 for that matter.
Being of legal drinking age doesn't make you an adult. Neither does turning 18, 20, or 21 for that matter.
I don't know why that's so funny. Okay, final one will be Korean.
Being of legal drinking age doesn't make you an adult. Neither does turning 18, 20, or 21 for that matter.
Put that meto. Oh man, Google Translate for the win on that one. Hang on. Melanie is saying something. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the Melanie simulator. Okay, this is what Melanie said. Oops.
I like to read Reddit posts for French and just pick up words naturally. I right-click größer als Google Translate on anything I don't understand. Need to do the same for Japanese.
The zam. You have to do the zam. To be fair, Melanie doesn't sound that bad. She sounds better. Kyle says, according to Anki, I've mastered over 2,000 words, and I'm only starting to now feel comfortable reading and listening because I know a lot of what I'm hearing. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad that's working out for you. I mean, realistically, I'm happy. You know what I'm addicted to? Not am I addicted to just this gum. I'm addicted to the paper. I like sticking my gum in the paper. Well, guys, I think I'm running out of things to say. It's already almost 10. And also, I regret going on so long. Probably the best thing I can do at the 1 hour and 17 mark is to say goodbye and let you guys keep your conversation going on maybe on the Discord. So as always, we're going to end with music. If I can remember where that is. Here we go, guys. See you next time. I fell off my chair. I was trying to scoot around with the chair and I fell down. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Ciao.